Evolution of Donkey. Donkey makes his first appearance in the 2001 animated movie in the franchise, Shrek, as a secondary protagonist, voiced by Eddie Murphy. Here he appears as an anthropomorphic donkey, who is modeled after a real miniature donkey named Perry, with gray fur, brown eyes and a black mane, who is also known for being very talkative, optimistic, funny and energetic, with no regard for someone else's privacy. He first appears while in the process of being sold by his abusive owner to the nefarious Lord Farquaad's knights. However, after he manages to escape into the woods, he stumbles upon Shrek, a grouchy, reclusive ogre, who then inadvertently saves him from the knights. As a result of his loneliness and a lack of attention, Donkey follows Shrek to his swamp and annoys him with his talking, eventually managing to befriend him. Soon after, he also enthusiastically joins Shrek on a quest to retrieve Princess Fiona from a volcanic, dragon-guarded castle for a corrupt Lord Farquaad. It is at this castle that Donkey ends up meeting his future wife, Elizabeth, the dragon, who is infatuated with him almost immediately upon meeting him, because he was the only one who used his charming and smooth talk to complement her teeth and breath, seducing her and preventing her from eating him. Although at first, Donkey was afraid and wanted nothing to do with her, he began to like her after he found her upset because she missed him. After rescuing Fiona, Donkey was instrumental in aiding Shrek and Fiona's relationship with one another by helping them overcome their confusion and uncertainties by the end of the movie. Eventually, when Fiona and Shrek get married, she throws her bouquet, which Dragon catches, and soon, Shrek encourages Donkey to be with Dragon, and he accepts her as his wife. Next, Donkey reappears in the 2001 first musical special, Shrek in the Swamp Karaoke Dance Party, which takes place during the last scene of the previous movie, having fun and singing together with his friends, with him singing Baby Got Back, with Dragon shaking her tail behind him. In the 2003 4D motion simulator short Shrek 4D, which takes place after Shrek, and before Shrek 2, Donkey appears, together with Shrek and the dragon, saving Fiona from a recently resurrected spirit of Lord Farquaad, who'd captured her, eventually succeeding and defeating Farquaad while flying on the dragon and blasting a ball of fire at him. Following, Donkey appears in the animated sitcom Father of the Pride, in the episode with the same name, also voiced by Eddie Murphy. Here, Donkey visits a town to film a commercial and is known as a massive star by all of the animals, but is also portrayed as an arrogant, self-absorbed jerk, stemming from his life of being bullied in school and from his life of stardom and money, which leads to him refusing to go to Hunter's school due to the children throwing fits and instead decided to inform everyone about the upcoming Shrek the Third. He was also shown to be really unconcerned for his stunt double's well-being, and when Germace was injured, he told him to do it again, but more dangerous. Donkey reappears in the 2004 second animated movie in the franchise, Shrek 2, in a supporting role, also voiced by Eddie Murphy. Here, at the beginning, he travels to the kingdom of Far, Far Away, together with Shrek and Fiona, being extremely annoying all the way there. However, upon their arrival, Donkey witnesses an awkward and strained relationship between them, as well as their eventual falling out, after which, unsure about Fiona's love for Shrek, Donkey journeys with him to steal Godmother's potion, called Happily Ever After, to try and repair their relationship, in which they are helped by a tabby cat named Puss in Boots, whom they'd met earlier in the woods and whom at first Donkey didn't like, but then eventually befriended. After Donkey drinks a small amount of the potion, trying it out before Shrek, saying that it was best friend work, nothing happens to him at first, after which Shrek drinks the whole bottle, but then, upon them waking up the next day, Donkey transforms into a big, white and magnificent stallion. Albeit with the same buck teeth and voice, which gives now human Shrek the opportunity to ride him back to the kingdom on his back. At the end, after they all defeat Godmother and her son, Donkey, alongside Shrek and Fiona, transforms back, which he is clearly disappointed about, but still participates in the ensuing party. After the credits, Donkey and Dragon are reunited, and he meets their newborn children, dronkeys, which are dragon-donkey hybrids, and then ends up exclaiming, "I gotta get a job." Then Donkey appears in the 2004 musical special Far, Far Away Idol, which takes place right after Shrek 2, participating with other supporting characters in a singing competition with Shrek, Fiona and Simon Cowell as judges. Next, Donkey reappears in the 2007 movie sequel Shrek the Third, in a supporting role, enjoying his fatherhood as well as being Shrek's sidekick and closest friend. When Far, Far Away Kingdom is in need of a new king, Donkey ventures off with Shrek and Puss in Boots in search of Fiona's 16-year-old cousin Arthur Pendragon, known simply as Artie, at the Worcestershire boarding school where he resides. Also, right before sailing, Donkey finds out about Fiona's pregnancy and is very happy to become an uncle. Soon after they find Arthur, Donkey tries to tell him how great life as a king will be, though he ends up accidentally giving him second thoughts by mentioning bodyguards and famine, which results in Arthur attempting to turn the ship around and crashing it as a result, making Donkey seasick in the process. On the land, they ask Arthur's former magic teacher, Merlin, to transport them back to far, far away kingdom, but in the process, Donkey and Puss accidentally switch bodies, after which Donkey can't figure out how Puss can walk with such fancy clothes in his body. At the end, Donkey helps the other magical creatures in saving the kingdom from being overtaken and Shrek from being executed by Prince Charming, and then finds Merlin in the crowd and immediately demands he change his and Puss's bodies back, which he does, at first still mixing up their tails. During the ending, he, together with the dragon and dronkeys, is shown happily visiting and playing with Shrek and Fiona's children. In the 2007 Christmas short, Shrek the Halls, Donkey is shown at the beginning, being annoying and frequently reminding Shrek about celebrating Christmas, which he eventually reluctantly agrees to. However, instead of an expected quiet celebration with close family, Donkey brings all of his friends to the swamp and destroys everything, causing them all to be ejected by furious Shrek. But at the end, they all return back after Shrek calms down and invites them again, and now enjoy their time together. Donkey appears next in the 2008 musical adaptation, Shrek the Musical, which is based on the first movie, portrayed originally by Chester Gregory II, replaying his original role with the addition of the post-movie party scene. Then Donkey, also voiced by Eddie Murphy, appears next in the 2010 fourth movie in the franchise, Shrek Forever After, where he's first shown to frequently visit Shrek and play with his children, alongside dronkeys, but then also becomes a part of Shrek's frustration and burning out due to their constant mayhem and daily chaos. However, after Shrek unintentionally changes the reality itself with the assistance of Rumpelstiltskin, who fooled him, in the alternate universe, Donkey, having never met him, but first encounters him when he pulls a wagon the ogre is imprisoned in, while forced to sing by the witches. He is also shown to be intelligent but also sarcastic, with his fur messed up, and initially being afraid of Shrek, but after seeing him cry, having never seen an ogre cry before, decides to trust Shrek and befriend him. Eventually, it is Donkey himself who helps Shrek find a loophole in Rumpelstiltskin's contract, comparing Shrek's situation to the Twilight Zone, and then leading the assault on Rumpelstiltskin's castle. He also attempts to seduce the dragon, having learned from Shrek that she is his wife in the other reality, to stop her from eating Shrek and Fiona, but fails to do so. Luckily, at the end, they manage to defeat Rumpelstiltskin and restore the reality, resulting in them not remembering what had happened and continuing to celebrate the birthday of Shrek's triplets. Later on, Donkey is also seen with his wife, Dragon, spending time together, and then making mud angels with all the others. In the 2010 Christmas special Donkey's Caroling Christmas-tacular, which takes place right after the events of the previous movie while celebrating Christmas in the candy apple, Donkey appears, suggesting everyone sing Christmas carols and then singing together with them. Next, Donkey reappears in the 2010 Christmas special, Shrek's Yule Log, spending his time and celebrating Christmas with his friends, as well as interacting with the focus of the special, a virtual Yule log, initially getting his tail caught on fire after Shrek starts it, and then appearing multiple times throughout while doing various funny things. In the 2010 Halloween comedy special Scared Shrekless, Donkey appears, now being voiced by Dean Edwards. Here, he is first seen wearing black and white jester cosplay, and trying to scare Shrek as he enters his house, which barely works. After which, he and others propose to tell scary stories and relocate to Lord Farquaad's abandoned castle, where they would participate in the contest for the title of the scariest storyteller, but at the end, Donkey ends up being scared away by Shrek and his little children, who had disguised as a ghost knight. Donkey appears in the next 2011 Halloween special, Thriller Night, which works as a parody of Michael Jackson's music video Thriller, voiced again by Dean Edwards. Here he is seen first coming out of a movie theater after an enjoyable watching of a movie, but then trying to cheer up Shrek, who didn't share his experience and was disappointed, by singing the song Thriller to him. However, after they walked for some time, they came to a cemetery, where many characters resurrect and become zombies, together with Donkey himself, who then dance and sing, ending up surrounding Shrek and trying to eat him, after which Shrek wakes up, having been dreaming the whole time, and Donkey says that he has 3 more hours of children, puppets, and nuns, horrifying him. Following, Donkey appears in the first TV series in the franchise, New Shrek, in several short episodes alongside Shrek, near his swamp, having fun and spending time together, discussing various topics. Then, Donkey appears in another comedy franchise miniseries Swamp Talk, running a weekly talk show together with Shrek, discussing popular trends, gossip and other topics, which often lead to bizarre conversations, now voiced by Jason J. Lewis. In the 2016 commercial parody for the animated movie Kung Fu Panda 3, based on the recent Snickers commercials, Donkey is featured as changed Po, who isn't himself when he's hungry. Donkey makes a cameo in the animated TV show Dawn of the Croods, in the episode Tunnel of Terror in a cave painting, being scared by Shrek, who's armed with a spiked club. Next, Donkey cameos in the 2022 animated movie Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, at the beginning, running up to the boy on the moon from behind Shrek and Fiona, and then in Puss's memory of the past. Then, Donkey reappears in the 2026 fifth movie in the franchise, Shrek 5, looking more cartoonish and with a longer, messier and more aged mane, being voiced again by Eddie Murphy. In one scene he is shown watching funny memes based on Shrek and then getting shocked by seeing him very muscular.